There's the pickup stop. Ready.
Well, greetings and hello. My name is Augie, and welcome to episode 2. Ooh. So this time, I'm going to unbox stuff. These are my boxes. This is the knife. Warning, do not use a knife unless you are old enough to, mentally able to, and or responsible enough to use it or have experience with it. Up to you regarding with kids, however age. That and moving forward. So, let's open the box. Wait. Everyone else opens boxes one way. Yeah, I'll do it another way. So, good lips open. Good lips open. Always cut away from you. More time for good luck. There we go, and if these were normal boxes, I wouldn't be doing this. Since this is Sentai, aka Right Stuff in Disguise, I'm totally fine doing this, because now, yeah, box opening action right here. Ooh, I can do all this all day. Yeah, look at that. Receipts are in there. So now I got my first wad. Up. Up next we got a bigger box. You know what? Since I know it's the same thing, stop here, cut upward. There. Remember to cut away from yourself. And cut away from yourself. An effort to try to connect the line here. One more time. Alright. And this should just rise. Yeah, there we go. And with that, one. Then a huge wad, and receipts and stuff are in there. And here we have our first batch. Obviously this is from the Sentai sale. So Sentai sale summer 2020. Ooh, let's see what fun we can get into. Alright guys and gals, I'm back. To first start off this Sentai sale 2020 summer sale, let's begin with the Magnificent KOTOBUKI. Pretty much this Power Girl Team Squad will use their 1920s style biplanes to counter different treasure hunters and solve all sorts of stuff. And the girls can talk to their planes. Well, not gonna lie, I've actually seen better. If you want a girl squad with military, honestly I'd recommend Strike Witches, Girls in Panzer, and Sakura Wars over this one. If you want the military side. Now if you just want the girl action side, well, I'd still recommend Sakura Wars, but let's upgrade this one to a shinier box, shall we? And I would recommend Silent Möbius and Bubblegum Crisis. Ooh, this one's shining, so I guess I better let this shine. I got this one for $10. So, that's what I recommend for the Power Girl genre over this. However, if you want your main female girl talk to just inanimate objects, the one I'd recommend would be Kino's Journey. Here we have is the original one. Then we have the reboot. So there's a lot more stuff I'd recommend than watching this one. If you were to get this one, I would wait for it to maybe one day be at the $15 to $10 range, and that would be a pretty decent pickup. Other than that, can't say more. And once again, just to make sure I did it, here's the inside. Notice once again there's white, the spine, and the back. Slacken it up, and let's move it on, Jack. Following next, what we have is Marriage of God and Soul Godannar. And this is an HD upgrade release, to my knowledge. So here's the front, here's the spine, shake the behind, then open, it's time. So, disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4. Well, what else is here? Here. Oop. Make sure it's on one side before closing. So, what we have are character profiles, mechanical profiles, Godannar case files, Godannar keywords, production sketches, the 7 mysteries, Morimoto and Hayashi special report, Japanese commercial collection, recording the songs, swimsuit gallery, ooh la la, clean opening animations, clean closing animations, and the Sentai trailers. Well, this is the new release. However, I have one of the older releases, the second light box that ADV Films used to release before they went away. Yes, zoom that in. So, this one's has a lot more hard art on it. As you can see, that its butt is perfectly safe, so no complaining. So let's look at all the art that we're missing from the first one. Yep, just going right through it. This is very pretty. I need to watch this pretty soon. I have not seen this yet. Once again, they're shining all the naughty bits, so there should not be any complaining. Or I hope not. So, what do the discs look like compared to this? Since the discs in here look like the art up here, what do they go with? Well, sadly, I would have to say it's pretty tiring. Yeah. They went with a pretty bland design. Probably makes sense during the show. I'm not sure if it's a tire or if it's a drill, but looks pretty grindy. And closing the last one. That was Marriage of God and Soul Godannar. Bouncing along next, we have To Love Ru, the complete collection. Really, it's just season 1 dub. So here's the front, here's the spine, shake the behind, and let's see what's in kind. So we have disc 1 artwork, disc 2 artwork, and disc 3 artwork. Well, as you're getting to know me, since this is a new dub, I would obviously have the previous release. So let's check it out. So this is season 1 collection 1, so 1 through 13. Season 2 season 1 collection 2, 12 through 26. So these two would relate with this one. Then we have season 2, season 3, and season 4. And to compare front, spine, wiggle behind, let's check out the artwork for collection 1. Luckily, I don't have to do anything else because disc 1 and 2 is right in front of us. And seems a little tamer than the Blu-ray so far. Okay. So collection 2 is season 1. Front, spine, shake the behind. Okay, it's a little looter than the Blu-ray, but okay. And with that in kind, we can shake our To Love Ru behind. So, up next with our fine dining for tonight's dinner, we have Food Wars Season 3, or the third plate. So previewing, we have the front, the spine, and also don't get behind, as these chefs are cooking through their competitions in this culinary high school. Let's start off with some artwork of the competition. Then we'll follow with disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. I find it odd that WB is a part of this, because usually with WB, Warner Brothers, if you will, they typically have their own archive, or they team up with Viz Media to release their anime lineups. So this is a very different situation here. I assume that this has to do something with Food Wars being on Toonami, since it is part of the Warner Brothers Turner franchise. So, and like before, I got the other 2 seasons as well. So let's go with season 1. Front, spine, don't get behind, and we open up with kind. So disc 1, 2, 3, and this is with Map Productions. Season 2, front, spine, don't get behind, and this one seems to have a security strip. So pull it and open the dip, and we see a 2-course meal right in front of us with disc 1 and 2. And after we get done with our leftovers, we put it in our containers and put it in the fridge. Up next and ready to perform is Revue Starlight. So for this story, you have a whole bunch of high school girls trying to perform and compete to get their one wish granted. All these characters are complex, and it's very enticing to watch them as they perform and try to outact the other girl as they try to get their wish. Bananas is probably the most complicated character out of all of them, but as you watch you'll find out why. A minor spoiler, this does have a time paradox, and a giraffe who kind of controls everything in the background, not really pulling the strings, but kind of setting up the challenge for our heroines to succeed. So here's the front, here's the spine, don't get behind as we open up in time for some beautiful disc work, but once again, no artwork. Kind of bummed by that. I mean, you have get a closer look, you have all this, something you would see from an art book. Just plain view on the disc, but nothing on the back. Yeah, well, so, as a shooting star, this was Revue Starlight. Now going into a more fantasy realm, we enter Mysteria Friends. I have not seen this. However, I know this much. We have a story of a princess and a dragon as they attend in a magic sort of high school. Let's just say high school, since this is the sort of a theme with all these releases. And well, here's the front, here's the spine, there's the back. And if we open it up, we see the princess and dragon being best besties. And that's Mysteria Friends. You want to know what's taboo? How about Domestic Girlfriend? I have not seen it, but as we look at the front, spine, and the back, this tagline is probably the best I've ever seen. Forget Einstein and E equals MC squared. The most important rule of relativity is don't have sex with people who can become your relatives. Well, that's just a drop shock right there. And as we open it, we have the discs, disc 1 and 2. In typical fashion for Blu-ray, we have episodes 1 through 9 on disc 1 and 10 through 12. And as we come and knock on our door and take a step that is new, we talk about hers and his and hers. The three's company should be 2. Grab your record and scratch it well, cause WID is going through hell. I've seen a little bit of this one. I wasn't too impressed with it, but that was like years ago when this was out in the open streams, if you will. So here's the front, here's the spine, here's the back. Open it up, smells like crack. And well, you have Boy Boy and Boy Boy here. And another map production, but not too much for me to say here. So that is with Ride with the Wind, Bullseye, as we see the front, the spine, and don't lose behind with authentic running pose. We open it up to see that friends are walking away from each other. We're having a good time as we're yelling at an obvious TV screen, but it looks like they're yelling at him reading a book. Then, two friends going by the street, and they're getting groceries, I assume, because we see all this bread and stuff. And that was Run with the Wind. And running around the bases we have Cinderella Nine, another girls sports team baseball / softball anime. So we have the front, spine, ooh, there we go, behind, open it up for these clementines. This, I kind of like the art to this, but once again, no white. Oh well. So, making a grand slam out of here with Cinderella 9. Okay, as you can recall, at the opening, I had 2 more DVDs on top of the boxes. Well, let's get the first one covered. Here we have is Fairytale Adventures. I know with the art, it looks cheap, maybe a bootleg, but with these, you have a collection of, well, obviously 9 hours of animated films about fairy tales. Okay, so front, spine, with its 9 hours shown again in Castle Top, and on the back, you have all these features, which is Three Musketeers, Sinbad the Sailor, Aladdin and his wonderful lamp, we'll get back to that, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, World of Hans Christian Andersen, Dot the Kangaroo, Beauty and the Beast, The Magic Pony, Aladdin, Puss and Boots, Three Little Pigs, Ugly Duckling, and the Snow Queen. These 3 right here, since I have the art, Puss in Boots, Three Little Pigs, and Ugly Duckling has that Sanrio type of animation. These 2 are obviously the Three Little Pigs, and this one is Puss in Boots, so it's animated in that way. We'll get back to this in a sec. So now to open it. This is the first time I've heard of these that you have technically 3 sides to this, because this one is one of these multi-sided, side A, hello, and side B, hey again, as well as well, a disc that labels just what it has. So now if you obviously read as well, disc 1 and disc 2 now makes sense. So we covered 1 anime on here. There's 2 others as well, making it 3. So first up we have The World of Hans Christian Andersen, which sucks. The only real reason to watch this is the 5 minutes of the little match girl. Other than that, it's Hans getting patted by the back by everyone around him with this guy who will not shut up and stop singing about how great he is. Also, in VHS land, we have Aladdin and his magical lamp, which it's on this DVD. If anything to get this DVD for is this movie and the 3 I want to say Sanrio, but the other 3 animated shorts, and I guess to save space on this one. So with that, we have Fairytale Adventures. And last of all, to show you, the viewers, this arrived. This took a while for it to arrive. I got it for $5 from Australia. It is from Viz Pictures, and a very comedic rock band, if you will. You probably already know it by now. But I got Detroit Metal City. I do have the anime, but just getting this one for right now is what I want to cover. As you can see, the front, the spine, and go behind. And Gene Simmons, as you can see here, is Jack Lee Dark. So this is a very entertaining one. The lead singer for Detroit Metal City, I believe that's what the band is called, forgive me if I don't, is led by this guy who is a metrosexual. The hell's that? A metrosexual is someone who is straight and likes fashion and things of pop and comfort. Kind of like Andy Dick from Spin City, if you will. However, with his vocal talents, he is stuck in this screamo rock band, and the hilarity just pursues. So, there's so many characters I can cover, but save that for another time. Let's open it up. Oh, got the bubble pup spinning around like a clown, and boom, that is the disc. But what's this? Why, this is a preview with a nasty, nasty Möbius right there. I don't like him because it reduces some case integrity, but if you don't move it, it shouldn't matter. Alright, so I got these. But sadly I don't have that. Oh well. I'll get it someday. Or soon. And that is Detroit Metal City. And with that, viewers, this is the end of the line. As we solve our crunch time with all these being to shine. So, as you can see this, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, ring that bell, join my Twitter and Facebook detail to know me well. Laters.